Active voice, passive voice, what are they? Let's talk about them today. Hi, this is Anne from Just Random English, and today we're going to talk about active and passive voice of the verb and how do we form them. When do we use them? The discussion for this lesson will be quite lengthy. That's why I'm going to upload 2 videos for this one. This is part 1. Make sure to watch the part 2 next time that I'm going to upload it. This lesson was requested by Mr. Ramil Salibio. If you also have topics that you want to learn and you haven't uploaded them yet, you may also leave them in the comments. Let's talk about what is active first and what is passive. They are actually what we call the voice of the verb. What we're talking about here is the verb itself in the sentence. So we're looking at the verb and we are identifying if the voice of that verb is active or if that is passive. Why? It has different implication when we're using the active voice and when we're using the passive voice. When you're using the active voice, that means you're giving an emphasis to the subject. And if the verb in the sentence is an active voice, that means the subject in that sentence is the one who did the action. So you're giving an emphasis to a person or animal or a group of people who did the action in the sentence. If you're using the passive voice of the verb in your sentence, that means your focus there is not on the person who did the thing, rather it's the product or maybe the thing that that person made or did. If you're a student, you might have noticed a lot of times that when you're typing in Microsoft Word, there are sometimes blue lines, and when you try to click on them, the Microsoft Word says that the voice of your verb is in passive voice and you have to change it into active voice for it to sound better, especially if you're writing essays. And that's quite true, but not all times you have to change the voice of your verb into active voice. I mean, it's sometimes okay to use passive voice, especially if your emphasis or the one that you're giving an emphasis in your sentence is not really the person. Let's have 3 sentences. So first, I'm going to state them in active voice. Then next, I'm going to state them in passive voice. First sentence, Anna teaches him English. Again, Anna teaches him English. This one is an active voice because if we're going to look at the verb is teaches, and look at the subject there. Anna is the one who's doing the verb, right? Anna is the one who is teaching him English. So this is definitely an active voice. If we're going to change the voice of the verb here into passive, then that will be he is taught English by Anna. Again, he is taught English by Anna. We can eliminate actually the by Anna phrase there. We can just end with he is taught English. That means somebody is teaching him English. Our verb in that sentence is taught, and that taught or is taught is not done by he, right? Because this time our subject is a he and he is not the one teaching. I hope you're now clearly seeing the difference between active and passive voice, because I would really like to clarify everything here, help you to identify passive and active voice. In the next part, we're going to try changing active to passive voice, and I'll discuss that in each tense. Second sentence, the cat ate the fish. The verb in the sentence is ate, that is in simple past. This is active voice. Why? Because who ate the fish? It's the cat, right? The cat was the one who did the action, so this is an active voice. If we're going to change the voice of the verb in this sentence, that will be the fish was eaten by the cat. Again, the fish was eaten by the cat. Third sentence, he painted this masterpiece. Again, he painted this masterpiece. Look at the subject and look at the verb. Our verb is painted. So, was it him who did the action? Was it him who painted? Yes, so this is in active voice. This time I want you to try changing the voice of the verb here from active to passive. I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I hope you have there the sentence, this masterpiece was painted by him. Again, this masterpiece was painted by him. Or we can end the sentence into this masterpiece was painted. But this time I think we need to mention by him, because we also would like to mention that this masterpiece was made by someone. Now I'll give you 7 sentences and you have to identify whether the voice of the verb in each sentence is in active or in passive. Are you ready? Let's start. Sentence number 1, he took the milk to the fridge. Again, he took the milk to the fridge. You have 5 seconds to identify whether this is in active or in passive. Time's up. I hope you have there the answer, active. The voice of the verb in this sentence is active because it was him who took the milk to the fridge. It was him who did the action. Number 2, JK is riding a motorcycle. Again, JK is riding a motorcycle. The answer is active. Who's riding the motorcycle? It's JK, it's the subject. Sentence number 3, a cake was delivered to her house. Again, a cake was delivered to her house. The answer for this one is passive because it's not the cake itself who made the delivery. Number 4, her mom will buy her a new dress. Again, her mom will buy her a new dress. The answer is active. Number 5, a wallet has been found. Again, a wallet has been found. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is passive. Do not always look for by because some say that the sentence, if that has by automatically, that is passive, and if it doesn't have the word by, then it is automatically active. But again, we can sometimes omit the phrase starting with by, especially if the person is not important in the context. So instead of saying a wallet has been found by her or a wallet has been found by him, we can just simply say a wallet has been found. Number 6, she unplugged the television. Again, she unplugged the television. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is active. Who did the unplugging? It was her. It's she, the subject. Number 7, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting each item correctly. The volume of the radio was turned down. Again, the volume of the radio was turned down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is passive. Who turned down the volume of the radio? Nobody knows. It's not stated in the sentence. So the answer here is passive. Alright, let's go to part 2 where I'll discuss how to change active voice into passive voice in each tense. If you don't have that much idea yet on tenses of the verb, you might be confused on this lesson. You may first watch other lessons which I uploaded on this channel. I also discussed different tenses of the verbs. I even have one lesson, I think, where I discussed 12 tenses of the verb. So simple present tense, right? Let's have the verb use. I used the shampoo in orange bottle. Again, I used the shampoo in orange bottle. If we're going to change the voice of this verb, use, into passive voice, we have to add is, and then we have to think of the past participle form of this verb. In changing the voice of the verb, we normally use the helping verb first, then the past participle form of our main verb. If you don't remember clearly what past participle form is, that's okay. Let me remind you that past participle form is always the last one. When we're looking for different forms of the verbs, it's always after the simple past. For example, the word use, since that is a regular one. Use, using, used, then used, right? For the verb, let's say eat, it's eat, eating, ate, then eaten. So that eaten and that used are both in past participle form. So we have to use the past participle form of the verb use, which is used. Then we're going to add a helping verb before it. This time we have to use a be verb in its simple present form. All right, be verbs in simple present form are am, is, and are. Let's look at the structure of the sentence first. I use the shampoo in orange bottle. So I is the subject, and then use, what kind of verb is used? That is transitive verb. Transitive verb is that verb which needs an object, so it always needs a noun after it, or a noun phrase. After the transitive verb, we have the phrase, the shampoo in orange bottle. That noun phrase is an object. Object answers the question what? What do I use? It's the shampoo in orange bottle. So in switching the voice of the verb here, we have to also switch the order of the words in this sentence. The object now has to be the subject. Let's try moving that phrase into the beginning of the sentence. The shampoo in orange bottle, I said we need the be verb in present form, right? And since the shampoo now here is our subject, of course I would use is, not am, and not are, right? So the shampoo in orange bottle is, and then the word use in its past participle form, used. Then who uses it? It's me. So by me. The shampoo in orange bottle is used by me. Let's have another example for this tense. Occupy. Let's use this word. So occupy is in simple present form. If we're going to change this into passive voice, then we have to think of its past participle form. The past participle form of the verb occupy is occupied. Since this is another regular verb, then we have to think of a be verb that we're going to write before it, but we can identify that later once we have the subject. Let's have this sentence. She occupies the room near the window. Again, she occupies the room near the window. We have the transitive verb occupies. I added es there and changed y into I since our subject here is she. So it's she occupies what, right? The next set of words will be the object. The room near the window. The room near the window will now be the subject once we switch the voice of the verb. So it's the room near the window. What will be the be verb here? It is, since the room is our subject. So it's the room near the window is, and then past participle form of the verb occupy. Occupied is occupied by. Then we have to change the pronoun here. You have to be very careful of this. Do not retain the pronoun as it is when you're switching the voice of the verb. So from she earlier, since she is used as a subject, you have to use her because her is an object. The sentence will be, the room near the window is occupied by her. Let's have verbs in present continuous form. Let's have is cleaning. This is in present continuous form. We have there the be verb is, and then we have its main verb in ing form. She is cleaning her bedroom. Again, she is cleaning her bedroom. What is she cleaning? Her bedroom. So that is the object that now will become our subject once we switch the voice of the verb. Her bedroom, and then earlier we had is cleaning, right? Then we have to think again of the past participle form of the verb clean, since that is our main verb here. The phrase of the verb will be is being cleaned. Her bedroom is being cleaned by her. Or it could simply be as her bedroom is being cleaned. For example, oh, you cannot go there. Her bedroom is being cleaned. You should not interrupt her, or you should not enter the room because she's currently cleaning it. To cut it short, when you're changing the voice of the verb, and if it is in present continuous form, you have to identify first the main verb. So the main verb is clean, its past participle form is cleaned. You have to insert being there to still represent the action being a continuous one. You have to use be verb, that will be is being cleaned. So from is cleaning, it's now is being cleaned. Let's try is writing. So if we're going to follow that formula, is writing will become is being. What is past participle form of the verb write? It's written. Mike is writing the script for the new drama. Our verb here is in present continuous form is writing. Change the voice of the verb. Now we have the sentence, the script for the new drama, since that is our object earlier, the script for the new drama is being written by Mike. Again, the script for the new drama is being written by Mike. We can also eliminate Mike if Mike here is not important. Let's say the person you're talking with doesn't really know who Mike is, and you just want this person to know that the script for the new drama is now being written, right? So you can just simply say, the script for the new drama is being written. Let's have verbs in simple past. First verb, organized. When we're changing the voice of the verb, and if that is in simple past, we just have to add the word was or were depending on the subject. For example, she organized the charity event. Again, she organized the charity event. It's she, it's this person who organized the event, right? This is an active voice. The charity event here is our object. So if we try to switch the voice of the verb into passive, that will become the subject now. And this is one, right? We have to use the singular form. It's not were, it's was. The charity event was, and then organized by, it's not she, it's her. The charity event was organized by her. And again, that by her is optional. Another example, performed. So from active going to passive, just add the word was or were before it. They performed mic drop in the concert. Again, they performed mic drop in the concert. So they here is the subject. We have performed, which is the transitive verb. What did they perform? It's the song Mic Drop. In the concert is a prepositional phrase here, and most of the time we don't move it along with the object. Our only object here is mic drop. Move mic drop to the beginning of the sentence, mic drop, then was performed, because we have to add was, right? Mic drop is singular, it's one song. Mic drop was performed, then the prepositional phrase in the concert. Again, mic drop was performed in the concert. I'll end the lesson here for today. To know more about changing from active voice into passive voice in different tenses, please wait for the next video. I know this is too overwhelming for you. I won't discuss everything in one lesson. That is too much. You may practice more in different ways. For example, if you have books in your house, just get one and then look for sentences which are in active voice or which verb is in active voice. Try changing the voice of the verb into passive voice. Or you may simply spot active and passive voice. Tell me which one is more frequently used in that book. Is it the active voice or passive voice? I hope this lesson has been informative. It has been helpful for you. Help this video reach more English learners. Click the like button so the algorithm of YouTube knows that you're enjoying this video and that this is helpful for English language learners. Click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Share this with other learners, your friends, your classmates. Learning English will give you a lot of benefits in the future, a lot of advantages, and I want to commend you for spending more time in learning it. Dream and make your dream happen. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!